The second half just about to get going here. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
And he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
You've got Allen Iverson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Boozer in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
That's tipped. And Noel kicks to Marshall. Releases from 15. Rejected by Nowitzki. Takes a 3. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got his 7th assist in the game. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated in how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while in international play. Outside for Felton. Dallas moving it around. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Well, you know your low post players are going to take a lot of trips to the foul line. So it helps to have big men who can drain free throws like this group can. You look at Pachulia, deadly on the stripes. Someone you do not want to foul.
That is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Well, you know, I want to be careful about making a blanket statement here. There are a lot of big guys who are really steady at the line. And this group proves that size is not a hindrance when it comes to free throw prowess.
Marshall gets the bucket.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
To the paint, here's Felton. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The 76ers leading by 6. Iverson passes to Boozer. Pachulia with the steal. Felton against Iverson. Felton dishes to Pachulia. Parsons outside. Nowitzki right side. On the wing, Williams. 6 on the shot clock. Nowitzki with the screen on Noel. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Iverson kicks to Noel. Now the pass to Covington. Puts it up from 7. It's rebounded by Dallas. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. A definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And Carlos Boozer gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and Jakar Sampson subbed in for Robert Covington. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dallas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Kevin, we're not too far along in the basketball season right now, so let's see how the Mavericks have done so far. 2nd in steals, 9th in rebounding, and they're in the top half of the league when it comes to limiting opponents' offense as well.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
And for JaVale McGee, what was once such a promising career is now, Clark, I think, kind of at a crossroads.
Yeah, you know what? He is capable of being a major rim protector and rebounder, but I think teams are getting a little bit impatient with him because he's just not mature to the point that you would have expected.
And Philadelphia has possession. They've led by as much as 10. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And Noel kicks to Okafor. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Chandler Parsons. He's around 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
McGee a screen. Kicks it to Pachulia for the lead. To tie, and the layup good by McGee. McGee's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
And Thompson kicks to Noel. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
Fast break, Philadelphia. Ahead, here's Sampson. 76ers moving the ball around. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And checking out Dallas, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for Dallas, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
For sure. I mean, it's certainly not a sure thing at this point. They've got work to do yet.
Dallas making a switch here. Villanueva's checked in.
And for Noel, I really think he took off in the back half of the season. Up his scoring, his shooting percentage, and his rebounding. You can see him getting better almost every game.
Okafor in the post, guarded by McGee. Offensive rebound. Pass to Holmes. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. McGee's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And by the end of the season last year, Noel was completely different as a player. Always a defensive force in the league. His development is probably going faster than many expected.
And he gets it back. McGee. And now the 76ers on the break. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Now here's Williams. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And 11 points for Chandler Parsons. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. He's guarded by Williams. Sampson, the pass to Holmes. It's rebounded by Dallas. Villanueva's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now Felton, 11 points in the game. Villanueva dishes to Williams. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Stolen by McGee. 1-on-1 here. And Parsons kicks to Williams. Dishes it to Felton. He feeds it to McGee. Parsons, right side. Pass to McGee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Williams with the 3. The shot no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up. You know, you look at Dallas, and that team didn't rely too much on the mid-range or the short game last season, but they could have. They shot 70% from 12 feet and in, excluding drives. That's pretty good.
Dallas calls timeout. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. There's the screen. Right side, Williams. Grant against Parsons. Lets it go from the wing. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-handed.
Maximum force on that dunk.
1:35 left to play in the third. Williams passes to Felton. Screen by Villanueva. Parsons attacking. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Charlie Villanueva. Felton dishes to Williams. Parsons on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 9 assists now tonight.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Iverson left side. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Cannon's got 7 points in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Felton kicks to Powell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Powell's got it all tied up now for Dallas.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Here's Iverson. It's tipped. Outside Williams. Feeds it to Nowitzki. 1 second left. Off the mark. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.